Hi there, my name is Olivia and I am from the Global Learning team. Today I'm going to talk about planning for overseas study options in North America. So, quick facts on North America. Population, just over 579 million people, with the largest city being New York City. In terms of where our partners are, we've got in North America, we've got partners in the United States as well as Canada. And Death Valley is the driest point in all of North America. So why should you study overseas? There are lots of different reasons that might be motivating you to study overseas, but you might like to gain an international perspective on what you're studying at Melbourne. You might like to experience a different way of learning and a different academic system. You might like to learn a new language or learn about a new culture. And most importantly, you might like to take advantage of subjects that are only taught at your particular host institution or in your particular country. So subjects that aren't available to you at Melbourne. Why study overseas in terms of a personal perspective? Well, you get to experience another culture, meet new people, become more independent and resilient, explore another country and surrounding cities, and get out of your comfort zone. Why should you study overseas from an employability perspective? You need to you get to build international linkages and gain professional networks. This isn't just with the people that you meet in the classroom, but also in your lecturers. And often the friends that people make when they're on an overseas experience, like studying abroad, you make lifelong friends who you remain in touch with throughout your career. You will gain a competitive edge when you go for a job interview over other people that haven't studied overseas, and you'll be able to demonstrate using this as an example of your initiative and independence. You might also develop particular work experience skills by combining an internship with your overseas study program or by getting a job or a volunteering opportunity alongside your overseas study program. So, just a word on the University of California. There are 9 campuses in total, but if you do apply to study a semester abroad at the University of California, you must be prepared to attend any campus. You will apply for the University of California, and when you apply to them, if you're nominated there, you put in 3 campus preferences with study plans required for the University of California application. We need to be really clear that campus allocation is made by the University of California. If you're going to study a semester, Berkeley and you need to do 1 semester, but it's term-based for all other campuses, which means that you'll complete 2 terms. The earliest deadline for the University of California, as well as Michigan and Washington, you will be contacted before other students, as if you preference these institutions as your first preference. Students completing a semester 2 exchange at a term-based campus must take a leave of absence during the semester 1 following your exchange program due to the end dates of the term clashing with the start of semester 1, and this is also the case with Washington University. So, is semester abroad the only option? The answer is no. We also offer short-term programs that run in July and the summer periods. And there are also University of Melbourne overseas subjects. So you enroll in a University of Melbourne subject, which has an overseas study component. You need to get in touch with relevant faculties for University of Melbourne overseas subjects, and our short-term programs are available to apply to on our short-term programs website. So, handy tips about studying abroad in North America. Make sure you check the special considerations on our website where we advertise each of our partners carefully. In the United States, economics is considered an arts major rather than a business and commerce major. This means that you can still study economics if business is excluded from a particular agreement. Some institutions require you to enroll into 1 faculty or college, which means that you may only be able to study 1 or 2 subjects from outside of that particular faculty. So this will have an impact on you if you're planning on using your Brett subjects. Look out for language requirements in Quebec in terms of a minimum French language requirement. And make sure you use the WAM cutoffs as a guide, but not a hard cutoff. Meeting the guide will not necessarily guarantee that you will be nominated to that particular host institution. Consider exchanges outside of the box. There are many different campuses available, and a lot of our students really do have quite an enhanced experience when they go to a different campus of a particular institution. Things that you need to know. North America has the earliest application deadline, so you need to be prepared to be submitting documents for applications to host institution, normally in your university holidays. Most institutions are going to require you to purchase health insurance that is beyond the University of Melbourne travel insurance. There are lots of different housing options, and for some institutions, on-campus accommodation and meal cards are mandatory. So you need to be thinking about the types of accommodation that you're interested in staying in and the type of student experience that you want, and bear that in mind as you research different host institutions. Also be aware that the visa process can take some time. Make sure that you apply as soon as you can. Okay, we've already covered the University of California. Okay, so scholarships available. We have the Melbourne Mobility Awards, which are for up to $6,000 for overseas study. There is also a Faculty of Arts Enabling Scholarship, the Overseas Help Loan for eligible students, and there are some discipline-specific scholarships, such as the Melbourne Languages Scholarship, that are available if you have a look at the scholarships website. If you'd like to know more about a particular country, a particular region, or a particular institution, book an appointment with the relevant overseas study advisor. We're currently taking telephone appointments and we'll be able to discuss your plan and your application for overseas study with you in more detail. Thank you.